Namaste, poor namaste, and everybody welcome. Welcome to the art of the word that I am, to my lion's den. Oh, I forgot to turn the fire. And welcome. I just want to empower you with the power that I am, with love that I am, with trust that I am, with faith that I am. Not to scare you with fear that I am not, worried that I am not. You know, I want to speak, dive deep into lion consciousness. Lion consciousness. Lion is playing in his heart, from his heart, with no fear, with no guilt, unapologetically, doing what is in the heart. Always have courage to choose what is in your heart, to choose love. Always fear, always over fear. Choose love over fear. That's lion. To always follow your heart, to never go against your heart. We are in this together, and I'm living this for 3 years, little more. I always am the trust, am the faith to follow my heart, to do what is in my heart, from the heart. Courage. Courage actually means from the heart. To do from the heart what is in the heart. To have courage from the heart. To roar from the heart. To do what is in the heart. To have trust. To have faith. Even when times are shaky. To go on and never quit. Because there is always, in these 3 years, mind is always there, but I'm not the mind. There is always this little boy also there, afraid, insecure, worried, has guilt. I'm not that. I'm not my mind. I always follow my heart. I always choose to trust, to have faith in what is in my heart. And that's being a lion, to have courage, to choose love. Because when the lion follows the heart, the lion has to leave the old comfort zone, the old security. Lion goes to hunt. Hunt for love, not for blood. And it's unknown territory. Has to take a leap of faith. Has to follow the heart. And everything is unknown. There's no security in following the heart. There's no contract. It's just the heart roaring, trust, have faith. Do what is in your heart. And really, our mind, that hyena, can be insecure, but you remain in your comfort zone and do this because there's security here, and it's suffering, yes, it's present, but it's secured. And projects all the worries out of the worst things that never happened, worst things possible. That's the mind being negative, afraid that you will lose everything. In pursuit of following your heart, your dreams. You may lose everything, and fear is there. Because what is old is known and secured. But everything what our heart desires, what feels right, is new and unknown. There's no security. There's no guarantee. One has to be a lion with the rainbow wings, growing from the heart, and trust that the wind will carry you. But there's no guarantee, for you never flied before. And out of that cage, that lion cage, lion runs into the freedom from the heart. And you know what? For 3 years, I'm following my heart, always choosing trust, faith, love over fear, over worry. Being a lion, and I'm still here, in trust and faith, giving you the word that I am. And it ain't been easy this 3 years. I ain't speaking about it as we go through, but we are in this together. But one thing is for sure. Me being now here and doing this lion video for you to follow your heart is direct evidence that if you follow your heart, if you trust, if you have faith, regardless the fears, regardless what physical reality is presenting the manifestation of your fears, and you go on, you conquer your fear like a lion, you have courage, and you don't quit, you won't stop. I'm still here, and I can only speak my story, which after 3 years in trusting, in having faith, in doing my work, in receiving what is given from the heart, and trusting and having faith, and coming from poorest family, how can I do this? I'm a lion, I'm not my mind. And since I'm still here, doing this video, Art of the Word that I am in abundance, the greatest quality ever. In past I spoke all disconnected, too fast and all crazy. But now I take it slow from the heart and giving you the deepest teachings. Grateful for the apartment that I have, for the phone that I have, for the computer, for the internet connection, for the food, for being maintained in mysterious ways. I never follow my fear. I never follow my worry. And all the matrix, the mind projecting the worst case scenarios, even in physical reality. That time I'll make a video like this. We should trust and have faith and do what is in our heart, what feels right in our heart. And we just do it. We do it. We find our purpose, our true work, true service on earth. And I found it, being a spiritual master, doing videos, writings, teaching people as my time come. Live even. And if we trust, if we have faith, I have faith and I have trust that 1 year from now, I'm to be making videos like this. But I have faith and trust that in greatest abundance and following, I have no guarantee. I have no security, no contract that it is to be so. I don't know what is to be tomorrow, next week. mysterious ways of love maintain me in trust and faith from the heart that I am. But I know I've been a lion, having courage to do what is in my heart, what feels right in these 3 years. And then I know, according to that, I don't know anything. I trust and have faith that in doing what feels right in my heart, never following my fear, my worry, I'm to reach my greatest heavenly glory, my greatest heavenly service on earth, being a spiritual master that I am now. And being a lion in example. Follow your heart. Not what you think is good, what was good in past, what you think is bad, and all according to what others think that is good and bad, their experiences and your experiences in past. You are not strong as now, powerful as now, wise as now, ready as now. Follow what you feel that is right, not what you are afraid in your mind, what you are worried. But really follow what feels right to you. You want to dance, you want to teach, you want to sing, you want to play an instrument, you want to write poetry, you want to be a scientist. What feels right in your heart, what your heart wants to do it now. On the level that is possible for you, the best that you can. Like I can do Facebook video now, being a spiritual master, doing a work that millions should watch. And they do. Millions of millions, social, society construct, divine beings, and watching. Yeah. I cannot make a video now to stand in front of 100,000 people. I cannot do that. But I can do what is possible now, with no resistance. It is to make a Facebook video and do what I can, the best that I can. It feels right to me. It's who I am. And years ago, I was writing little bit. People always told me I'm a teacher, and I wanted to work on myself, so I became a ready teacher with no questions. And I can start to teach. And in writing little bit, and sometimes little bit teaching, I found the teacher that I am. And when I was ready, I knew that I'm a teacher. I started teaching here on Facebook, but I waited until I was example of the word that I am teaching. And I'm living the word that I am. So my word that I am has power. And in doing what is in my heart, in following the calling of my heart, I had to go to India to work on myself, to work with spiritual masters, to study, to meditate, to heal. And I felt I have to write. I felt I have to teach. I felt I have to quit my job 4 years ago and shaking in fear and worrying. And after 4 years, I'm still here, having no income from state, from government. Trusting, living on trust and faith on the art of the word that I am. It was just in my heart. Desire to share my story, desire to teach, and desire to make myself a teacher, because teacher has to be master of his teaching. An example, that means word that I am. And then in teaching every day, making videos every day, what feels right to me. My work, not what I think is good or bad, or others think is good or bad I should do, but every day writing, teaching. I mastered myself into a master. Maybe not famous and glorious in this world, but famous and glorious, being source that I am, word that I am, true that I am. Being a lion. Truth doesn't have no questions and doubt. Truth doesn't defend itself, protect itself, explain itself, answers to no one but the lion heart. Truth roars, the lion roars. Opinions of others, what others think, or what they believe, what they want to change, doesn't change the truth that I am. I work on myself to become a lion, to become the truth that I am, that no one can change. What is in your heart? Well, if you do it, you will start doing it, and you will find your purpose, and you will find, oh, this is what I'm here to do. You may start painting a little bit or something, or writing poetry, and after 1 year you will realize you are a master poet in this world. And you will write, you will do, or you will sing and dance. Whatever you will do, you will master your craft by doing it. Never out of fear and guilt and what you think is good and bad, past experiences and all this, but what feels right to you in the heart. Where the heart desires, you will do that. You will find your purpose in it. And you will be doing it every day from the heart with trust and faith. And you will master your craft. You will become master of your craft, ready for your greatest dreams, for your greatest service. If you follow your heart and have courage. Because your fears, worries, are to show the teeth in reality and tempt you back into the matrix, back into the matrix. But if you follow fear, if you follow fear, thinking what is good and bad, thinking what was in past, worries, guilt, you follow for self, you follow back into the matrix. Fear is not real. Fear doesn't exist. Fear is inside hollow, doesn't exist outside. Fear is actually your false self and wants to keep you in false self. It's afraid of you. It's afraid of your greatest dreams, of your greatest service, of your greatest self. Because it doesn't exist when you ascend. It's not your master, like it's not my master. It's there, but I'm not following it. Fear wants to keep you in the matrix, in the false self, so ego may remain your master. And that's why fear and guilt and worry are doing everything. And attachments to old. The mind is doing everything to keep you in the matrix. But mind is not a lion. Mind is a hyena. And the fears and worries may show itself in physical reality as lack, things not working, showing the teeth, telling us go back into the matrix, go back into the matrix, go back into the false self, follow that fear. It wants to take you down, take you back to the false self. But it's a test when this is happening. If we can trust, if we can have faith to do what is in our heart and have trust and have faith, regardless the weather. If we really, really want it, like lions, we want it, we want the kingdom, our kingdom within. We have courage to really want it from the heart, and we are tested. Because our fear and our worries and all this is manifestation of the false self, of separation from self, shadows that want to take us down into the lowest dimensions to keep us there. They are within us. They need healing. And if we follow them, we follow only false self. And we go back into the cage we want to get free of. Our fears and worries may tell us your world is collapsed, you will lose everything, you will have nothing, and maybe reality even can show the concrete teeth that it is so. But we are called from the heart to have courage, to have faith, to follow the heart. Because our fears and our worries are manifestations of shadows that need healing and can only take us into the lowest dimensions, into the false self, into separation from self, into suffering greater that we want to get free of. But what are our desires, what feels right, what we want to do, if we do that, follow our heart and have trust and have faith, the way of our heart, it feels right, the heart desires, no fear, no guilt, no worry, is the way to our greatest divine self, to our greatest divine life, to our greatest divine service, to greatest things, to our heaven on earth, in our heart. Our fears need healing. We need to work on them, love them, heal the shadows, but never follow them, never empower them, heal them. And we have to have trust and faith. We work on being a lion. Lion conquers the fear from the heart, has courage. We have faith and we have trust in the way of our heart, because the river of our heart can only take us to our promised land. It flows there. But our fears want to take us back to hell, back to separation from self. Our heaven on earth are in our heart. We have to follow the heart. And lion is not a sacrifice. Lion does what lion is here to do. Like I'm here to be a spiritual master, teacher, writer. I suffer in comments if I have to go in debates, and I suffer in Messenger. It's separation from self. It doesn't feel right. It's what I'm not here to do. Lion never does that. But when I do a video, when I write a poem, when I do write a teaching, I dive deep in. I don't exist. There's only my heart roaring. And I do that. Lion has no guilt. And no guilt. Doesn't owe anything to anyone. Lion knows if I do the service for somebody because he needs it and I suffer in it, I'm being a sacrifice. The source that I am in my heart signaling me, it doesn't feel right. It takes you in your false self, in being a sacrifice, in being a victim, in being not good enough. And going against your heart because others need something, but you suffer in it. You don't want to do it, but your ego, your guilt, the hyena is telling you, you're not a good person, you're not good enough, they need help. No, if they expect from you, they have expectations. If they don't, they will accept. Lion knows that whatever is my work feels right, like I'm doing this video and writing, teaching, is what I'm here to do. And if I do it, I give 144% of my power out. And not to one, to others. I do my work that feels right in my heart. Messenger feels completely suffering to me. And doing these common things and like this. Going in and doesn't feel right. And then I know it doesn't feel right, and I have no guilt, Because I know Source has given my work, my true service. If I follow my heart, that feels right, that takes me in the moment. And when I start a video, I just cannot stop. So much comes. More I do it, more I want to do it. It takes me in the moment now, takes me in the joy, gives me more energy to do it, more where that I am to do it, and I just want to do it more. And I can give 144%. And if I would do Messenger and something, I would suffer for somebody, I would not be able to do video after because I'm drained. And I would not help him or her. I would not do my work. I would give only 1% of it because I would suffer. I would want it to end. I know I always give my worst self in Messenger comments because my autism or this, I cannot deal with this virtual shit. I can speak in person, eye to eye. I can make a video, speak 3 hours, but to do same things in messengers, in comments, it's not right for me. And I have no guilt and no shame and no guilt. I don't owe to do the work that I would suffer in, to be a sacrifice. What is this? So others would get free of suffering, I would suffer. And I would teach them to be suffering, and I would teach others to suffer, to be sacrifices. And I will give the energy of suffering out. I would not do my work, but work of another. But the world needs my joy. World needs your joy from the heart. And that's what I do. I say, I'm a spiritual master. I do 6, 7 hours, 8-day work, or you don't see how much work is behind of all this. And I do all that one man can do. Even if I would love Messenger and to chat and these things, trust me, I would not do it. In suffering, I'm not helping anyone. I'm being a sacrifice. And Lion has no guilt. If it feels not right to me in my heart, it's just not my work, what Source has brought me on this earth. And I know that if I do it, I'm not being a master, I'm being a sacrifice, teaching others to be sacrifices. And out there is somebody who I'm depriving of his service because he or she is to do in greatest joy in the moment, just like I'm doing this video now from the heart, being in a moment with 144%. The service that I would suffer in and give 1% my worst self into somebody. And I'm not doing my work, but work of another. Out of guilt. And depriving somebody who is there to help them enjoy. Lion has no guilt. Lion knows. This is the way of my heart. This is what I'm here to do. This is what feels right. This is what others are here to do. And if they have expectations, this is the cause of all their problems. Because expectation is cause of all their problems. And if you give them expectation, you just give them more karma to expect from others and be entangled in karma. And you entangle yourself in karma because it doesn't feel right to you, you suffer in it, but you act like you owe it and you give the energy against your heart there. And you are entangled in karma. You go against yourself in guilt, in false self. Lion never. Lion knows what I'm here to do, and I'm gonna do that. Lion, and if anyone wants me to do something else and expects, demands, they blame or something, then I see their expectation, their control, their resistance, victim mentality, and they cannot let go. It's the cause of all their problems, and I will get it. I will say, I don't expect nothing from you. You are free as I am. Your expectations, your resistance is the cause of all your problems that you want me to get free, to help you get free. And I just help you to get free. Because if I would do what you want, I would feed your expectations, your suffering, your false self. Now I won't do this for you, what you expect, and I just freed you from your expectation. You are free as I am. Lion is not ego. Some say lion energy is not ego, it's a pride of the heart. Ego wants to control others, demands, expects energy from others, wants to control others, wants to give them energy that they do not want to have, and it doesn't control itself. You know, ego is not doing his business, but is always in the business of others. Ego doesn't allow anyone to take his energy, but he is consuming and controlling, violating energy of everyone. That's ego. Trying to be authority of others, but not allowing nobody to be his own authority and not being his own authority. Ego is not being in the power, but ego is taking power away from others, consuming the power. Lion is different energy. Lion is pride. Lion is being the power, being in the power that I am, being the power that I am, and taking power away from no one. I have my own power, I do my business, and I take no power away from anyone, which means not controlling anyone, not expecting anyone, not blaming anyone, not resisting, not being authority of others, but being my own authority, in my own power, not taking power away from others. And if others want to take away my power, if they want to be my authority, I tell them, I am not your authority, but you are not my authority. I'm not taking your power away, expecting things from you. You will not take my power away. I don't give you my power. I'm my own boss, and you go home. Lion is contra energy over ego. Ego comes and violates, expects, blames, projects negative attentions, and then blames you for it, expects, and want to ignite guilt. But no, lion energy is pride, is being his own authority, giving power away from no one, controlling no one, letting everyone be. But if somebody tries to fuck with me and tries to control me, to change me, to be my authority, lion is not ego. Then lion stands and roars, go away, I'm not your authority, be free, but you are not welcome in this house. I am my own authority, I'm not your authority, and you be your own authority. They may say, oh, you are an ego, yeah, you are not my authority, you are not my authority, why are you, what you saying? You want to be my authority, you come here, you want to control me, you project negative things that doesn't feel right to me. And when I tell you, you are not my boss, when I tell you that I'm not doing this to you and you will not do this to me, you call me an ego, you call me I'm not your boss. You are trying to be my boss, my authority. You are an ego. And when ego doesn't get what it expects, then ego blames others that they are the ego. They blame others that they are not their authority because your ego wanted to be my authority. You know, your ego wanted to be my authority. They are being an ego, and they calling a lion an ego, and then they get it. Because lion is being the power in the power that I am, taking power away from no one, but working every day from the heart, my true work, to empower others with the power that I am. Not taking power away from others, just being authority in my own goddamn house. If somebody brings shit to here that I don't like, if they cannot accept it, doesn't feel right to me, they can go. Because I'm not being their authority, projecting my negative energy into their energy. And if I would, something that wouldn't feel right, I would remove it. I would respect their free will and their own authority. As I respect my own authority. I'm not being their authority, I'm being my own authority. And I'm empowering others, not taking power away from others, but empowering others with the power that I am, so they can be the power that I am. Being the example of giving no shit, taking no shit, giving no power away, taking no power away, being my own authority, not authority of anyone, being example that no one can be my authority because I am not authority of anyone. That's a lion consciousness. That's a lion consciousness. To empower you, not to take your power away. And if somebody wants to take my power away, I am a teacher in example. If I teach this, I have to be a lion and tell them, you are not my authority in my house. I'm my own authority. You be your own, but not mine. I'm not trying to be your authority, so get this shit the fuck out of here. I don't like it. And if not, they lose the art of the word that I am. Because lion is integrity. What lion says is the truth. Lion means. Truth doesn't change. Truth is truth. Word that I am given. The word that I am have to repeat 2 times. Then they lose the word that I am. Because lion doesn't depend on egos of others, on energy of others, on approval of others, on what others think, what others judge, what others want, what others think is good and bad. Ego depends on that, on others. But lion is the truth. Truth depends only on the truth that I am in my heart, and no human confusion, no mind. Truth depends only on the truth. Truth doesn't change, and no one can change the truth. Their opinions, their judgments, their glorification, their praise doesn't change the lion heart, the truth that I am. You know? And that's why lion answers only to his own heart and no other. And being in the power of his own heart, no other. And no one can change the truth. And lion says only once. And when I say something, I mean it. And you should listen. For I said it. And I'm not a man to say something. I'm not in separation from self. I'm a lion that I am. And what I speak, I mean. If I said it, I given my word, and that means I meant it. And it's not up to discussion. And lion doesn't care if he loses everyone. To go against my heart, to change my heart. I'm ready to lose everyone, and I did lose so many of those who were close who tried to change me. Because lion depends on the heart. I know if I go against my heart, if I depend on others, if I go against my heart out of fear of guilt of what others think or what is good or whatever, I lose myself only. And that's why lion is ready to gain the world, but is ready to lose the world, to lose everyone, but never lose himself. the heart, because lion depends only on his heart and no other. If you depend on another heart, you betray yourself. For others may change. Others may praise you today, kick you tomorrow, love you today, spit at you tomorrow. And if you depend on another heart, on what they think and what they do, you betray yourself, because you don't go down as they go down with them. Lion, the one with no gender, the one is not bound, the one that is anything. If for the day of the reckoning you depend on another heart, your soul has betrayed. No, your ego has betrayed your soul. That's how it is. So never follow anyone's mind. Always follow your heart. Always have trust and have faith in your heart. And do what is in your heart. Never go against your heart. Out of fear, out of guilt, out of old worries, out of worst case scenarios in the mind. Never. Out of fear. Never. Always choose love from the heart. Depend on your heart. Have trust and have faith. Conquer your fear. Be a lion. Have courage from the heart. And we are in this together. We are to reach our heavenly glory. And I'm giving you my word from the kingdom within. Roaring lion that I am. To empower you with the power that I am. Roar! And I'll be giving you my word every day when I can, because I love you. And we are in this together. I am in the power and pride of a lion and truth that I am. With no guilt, no fear, only so you can also be the power that I am. And roar from the heart. And never go against your heart, and do what is in your heart, so we reach our heavenly glory. For we are one. One. Roar. We are in this together. Much love. And if anyone feels like you want to support the Art of the Word that I am, if you want to share any donation, do know I'm grateful for my lion heart. I cannot be more grateful. There would be no Art of the Word that I am for. Without you, I am trusting and having faith and doing what is in my heart. Giving you the word that I am and trusting that whatever comes is the source. Giving me for the word that I am. And there's no other way for me. Cannot go against my heart anymore. So that's why I'm maintained from the heart in the word that I am in abundance. Even when nothing is seen, I'm going to give you the abundance of the word that I am. And I'm going to be grateful for every single donation, every single coin. For love is abundance, and without of you there'll be no art of the word that I am. I could not empower you, so thank you. And there's any power in my heart, let it go to you. In giving we receive. Thank you. And like you know, I won't chat with you. I won't give you anything what it doesn't feel right in my heart. But because I'm so grateful, and really without of you there'll be no art of the word that I am. I do healing, quantum white light source healing on distance, on your beautiful being. Because you've given me a gift as a surprise. I connect with your energy. I see your name in PayPal. I connect with your energy. I'm very clairsentient. And I do healing on you. Quantum white light source healing. For every single donation. And if it's bigger, I do more. For I'm grateful and I want to give you something. But I won't say anything. I'll be in silence of the mind. Because you've given me surprise, I surprise you. I do energy work on you, but I cannot heal you. Your faith heals you. You work on yourself. I am a balance you, I'm a purify everything. I get that shit out what needs to get out. I'm a ground you, I'm a cover you with diamond, with source white light. I'm a do what I can because I'm grateful from the heart. But I cannot heal you. You following your heart, you trusting your heart, and never following your fear, your guilt, never acting like you owe something to others. But you follow what is in your heart unapologetically, what brings joy to your heart, and you trust and have faith. And you heal yourself in your faith and trust. You heal yourself from the heart. I only give you my word, and I give you my word for every donation I do healing. And I give you my word, I'm so grateful. And everyone, for all the love, for all the like, for putting up with this madman. I give you my word, I love you. We are in this together. We are only walking each other home. I am on the level where I am, only so you can become greater as I am. And that's the truth of the word that I am. We are one, that I am. Taking many forms, only walking each other home, waking ourselves home, up. I'm just giving you my word so I may know myself in you. Namaste, namaste, much love to you.